Hi, I'm Joe from Knight ATV, and I'm going to show you how to install your speaker kit. This video is going to show you how to install your front fender speaker kit, a surround sound kit, or if you are adding rear fenders to your existing front fender speaker kit. So, these are our 8-inch speakers, but this install is exactly the same whether you have the 8s or the 6.5s, and it's exactly the same for every year, make, and model. All the wiring, the speakers, that part's the same. The only difference between the models is the shape of the pod that fits perfectly to your fender. So I'm setting this up as though you are oriented sitting on your four-wheeler right now, and this will be your left speaker, this is your right speaker. So the first thing that you're going to do is put this on your fender and align it. It will only sit in one spot. You can see the cutout on this. This is for a new generation Can-Am Outlander. It will fall right into place when you put it on the fender, move it around, and you'll find the perfect spot for it with no gaps or anything. Mark out the 4 holes that you'll need to drill in order to put the screws through that come with the kit to mount it. And then you will want to drill 1 hole for the wires to come through. So after you mark, same with both of these, the holes for your mounting screws, you'll pick a spot somewhere near the center or maybe a little closer to the side, to the inside of the ATV. So somewhere closer to the inside of your ATV would be a hole for your wires to go through. This is the parts bag for the front fender speaker kit. We're going to open this up. These are all the components that you'll get inside this bag. Your warning label should be replaced on your quad if you're covering it up with your speaker kit. Sticker and some other stuff. This is your mounting hardware bag, so you'll use these screws and washers to mount your fender kits to your fenders. Go through this wiring in a minute, but we're going to start with this wiring here. So this is your main power wire harness. You're going to connect this side to your battery, and this side here is going to go to your main speaker over here. There's 3 connectors, all different, so nothing can get mixed up. The triangular shaped one, put a little dielectric grease on this, put it on all of your connectors, and then plug this one into this triangle shaped connector here. That's for your push button. This black connector here will get plugged into one of the wires coming out of this silver box. That is your voltage booster. Plug that in there. The other side of the voltage booster should already be plugged into your amplifier. Then on your amp, you'll have one of the channels of the amp already plugged into this speaker. Then you will take this speaker extension cord here and run it from your amplifier over to your other speaker over here. Run that under your front fender over to there. Next, we're going to hook up your LEDs. In this bag with your LED remote, you're going to get your LED controller out. This is your LED controller. This plugs in over here, again with some dielectric grease. One side of this will plug into this speaker. Be sure to look close on here. There are little arrows that you need to line up. So to get this to your right speaker, you're going to need this LED extension cord that came in the kit. You're going to plug this side into your LED controller. And if you can see on here, there's 2 little arrows. Make sure you line those up and plug that in. Then run this one over to this speaker, plug those in, and then the other side of this plugs into this speaker here. And you're done. Your front fender speaker kit is now installed. That is all there is to it. The next step, if you have a surround sound kit or if you are now adding rear speakers, will be to hook up your rear speakers. So you will, same way, take these rear speakers, line them up on your Fender, find the spot where they fit perfect, mark those holes, drill those holes, mount them up, and then drill one hole for these wires to go through. Same on both sides. This is your parts bag that comes with the kit. This is for your rear speakers. So inside here we have the mounting hardware, and then a whole bunch of other wires. The first one we are going to grab is going to be your power splitter wire. It looks like this. We're going to untie this. And before I go and install that, I'm just going to try to move some of these wires out of the way for you guys so it looks a little bit cleaner and you're not seeing as much. Make it a little bit easier for you to see exactly what's going on. Okay? So we take this power splitter wire here, and on this side that has the two connectors coming out of it like this. We're going to bring this over to your main pod over here and split. Move it a little closer for you. We're going to split this connection here that came from your main wire harness that goes into your booster over here. Unplug that and plug this in line. Again, add some dielectric grease. So this will plug in line here. And then the other side of this, you will run over to this speaker pod where you're going to hook up your amplifier for your rear speakers. There are holes that come in this side with screws in them. You're going to take those screws out from this side and then put them back in to mount your amplifier inside this housing. Goes in the same position as you see it on your other speaker housing. So in here we plug this in, and now this amplifier has power. Next, we're going to grab our auxiliary cord here. We're going to take this auxiliary cord and do pretty much the same thing. We're going to plug in this side and keep this inside the fender here, not on the outside of the fender. There's only one auxiliary port coming out of an amplifier with a black box. So that's what this plugs into. That's an auxiliary out. Then run this cable over to your rear speaker amplifier. There are two auxiliary ports on here. One coming out of the middle, that is not the one you're going to use. One coming out near all the other wires. That's the auxiliary in. That is the port that we are going to plug this into. Just like that. So now you have a signal going to this amplifier. Next, we are going to run the speaker wires to your rear speakers. Same as you did for the front speaker, these wires plug into your channels on your amplifier and then run back to your speakers. So we will take this, plug it into one channel here, and then plug it into one speaker over here. Then we will take this one, plug it into the other channel of the amplifier, and plug it into the other speaker. You now have music at all four speakers working. The last step is going to be to hook up the LEDs. So in your rear speaker kit bag, you will have this bag. There's two splitter wires and two LED extensions. The splitters go on both main front speakers. So we will unplug the LED that goes to this speaker here, then take the splitter wire and plug it into the cord that was going to that speaker, and make sure to line up the arrows like that. Then you'll plug one side of this splitter back into this speaker, and the other side of the speaker of the splitter you'll plug into this extension cord. Unwrap this extension cord and then Plug one side in here and the other side into your rear speaker. Now this one has LEDs. We're going to do the same thing on this side. We are going to unplug the port that goes into the speaker and plug in this splitter wire here, the one that has these prongs in it. Right? Sometimes these prongs can come out. See that there? That's the prongs and it's not in there. That's supposed to be in this side of the splitter. So just push that in there, then plug that in over here. Little dielectric grease and electrical tape. Then plug one side of the splitter into the speaker. The other side of the splitter goes into your LED extension cord that you will run down the side of your quad and plug into your rear speaker. That's it. Your rear speakers come with the mounting hardware bag, so now you can screw them to your fenders. And now we can hook this up to a battery and use your remote, smart remote, to control your speakers. So now I have it hooked up to the battery, red to positive, black to negative. We can go ahead and turn it on. You should hear a noise. There we go. That just tells you that it's turned on. And now my Bluetooth will find Knight ATV. There it is. So let's tap Knight ATV and you'll hear noise again. The LEDs are blinking like that because the LED controller is in the music mode. So I'm going to grab the remote, take this out of the bag, pull the little tab out of the bottom. So now the battery is connected and now this should be working. There we go, green, red, blue, or any of the modes that we want. Okay, keep it on that right now. That's your LED remote. We are connected to Knight ATV on the phone. So next we're going to take out the smart remote. The way that this works, press any button on this remote and then check your Bluetooth and it should pop up smart remote. Give it a second while it's flashing. It will work. Is it because I disconnected it before?
Maybe. It's blinking?
The remote's blinking, yeah. Turn off my Bluetooth. Turn my Bluetooth back on. There it is, smart remote. Okay, pair. So now we're connected there. Now Knight ATV disconnected, so we just tap that. So now we're connected to the speakers and to the smart remote. So we'll go ahead and put on some music.
Semi-charm kind of life, baby, baby, I want something else. I'm not listening when you say goodbye. Yeah, I'm terrified of how I'm gonna look when I'm old. I can't even see you cause the room's...
And that's it. Your system is all set up. You're ready to rip.